So actually, you didn't take it. I already checked. You only took method overriding.
Yes, I just
But,
checked
but
too.
but actually, method overriding also it is sometimes. But okay, if they didn't say. So if you have a base class, and
Mm-hmm.
if you have a function inside the base class,
Mm-hmm.
and then you inherit from that function. Let's say your base class have a print function, okay, and then
Yes.
you inherit from that base class, and then you are able to override the print function in the base class using the concept of polymorphism. But since that he didn't speak about that openly here,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then okay, it's fine. No need to confuse you.
Okay.
Uh, um, Later, you will take also something. Maybe I'm not very sure. You will take something like um, how say method overloading, not
Uh-huh.
overriding, but overloading. Overloading means that you can have two methods with the same name in the same class.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have two print. You have one print method that take
Mm-hmm.
no parameters at all, and you can have a second print method in the same class, but it have one parameter. And then
Okay.
you can create a third one that also name print, but it
Okay.
take instead of one parameter, it take two parameters. And you
Okay.
can make another one that can take three parameters. When you
Okay.
do like that, so it means that this is a way for the compiler to differentiate between all your methods
Mm-hmm.
that have the same name, but it have different number of parameters. So
Okay.
so it doesn't differentiate by the name anymore. It just use a number of parameters to differentiate. That allow you to create one method that can take a parameter, another same method with the same name that can take two or three or four or whatever number of parameters. So
Okay.
that's called method overloading. But never mind, since you didn't take it yet, that's a different story.
Okay.
Let's continue here. Um, okay. So he asked us to make the constructor set the first name and get name. Um, so we have done the constructor. Let's do the first set the first name and set the get name. I believe also that is something that you are able to do easily without issues.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So
so
now the def get name, right?
so get name, right?
Mm-hmm.
So get name, he said that get name should
So yeah,
return.
yes.
He said he want to concatenate, right? The first name and the
Yeah.
last name.
So we could just do first plus last and then write it from there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
And the next one, what was it called again?
And get wait, let me see. Um, so set the first name. So get name, we have done it. So we need to
Yes.
set the first name. And let me see here. Why he doesn't like it here? Let me see. Set last. Yeah, he accepted. Okay. Dev set first name.
Mm-hmm.
That takes self, and there is no issue with that. All this is easy.
Yes.
So self, and then I give first, right? I give it a
Yeah,
parameter
you can do
first.
first. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what should I do? Self.
So self dot, hold up, give me 1 second. So what was the objective of this method again?
Set the first name. So
So
you
would you
need to
want to
pass
do
it
it?
a name. You give it a first name, and then you set it to the internal variable.
Okay, you could set it to anything then, right?
Yes, yes. So, so now tell me how to test that class. So we need to test that class first, right?
Yeah, we have to create an object.
So tell me how.
You could do
P1, for example,
P1 equals print account.
like that.
Mm-hmm. And then just print P1, and then you can pass from here. Yeah.
Um, like that, can we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And should we test using a print statement like that? P1 dot get name.
Yeah, you can get me.
Is it that correct? I can proceed.
Yeah, just quick run for a second.
Mhm. Forget about this search. Let me see here if we are able to go. Okay. Yeah. Let me run again. So why do you think that this
Yeah.
error is happening?
Let's see. We have to do it based off of the get name when it was returned. Did self dot first. Needed return the string version of those.
Like what? So what should I do now? So get
So
name is not getting me the name. So what should I do?
so do str in front of the self dot and then put in
Should we do like that or should we
oh
do
no
it
no no
individually? Like that?
individual right there.
Still the same. What do you think?
Mm, let's see.
Did we forget anything here? So get name is
Oh, you didn't put any parameters to pass through it.
like, so what should I pass then?
If wait, just do it like that and press run.
Hmm.
Okay.
It worked, right?
Yes.
So it's a method, so it always need a uh,
Mm-hmm.
double
All right, so give me
parenthesis, right?
pass. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now simple thing, we know it's working, right? We said that we
Yes.
always need to test, right? So
Yeah.
let's go
We
through
can
the next requirement.
add on to
And
it now. Yeah.
uh, okay, so he asks us to create the third thing is to add credit. This
Okay.
is a method that should calculate the number of printing credits a student buys
Okay.
and adds the printing credits to the student account.
Okay.
Um, credit costs $1 for 25 credits. If a students buy 20 or more of credits in a single payment, they will receive an extra 50 credits. So,
Okay. So first,
so yeah, if a
what else?
student buy between 10 and 19 inclusive of credits in a single payment, they will receive an extra 25 credit.
Okay.
So they will either remove, so if they buy 20 or more, they will get 50 credits.
Mm-hmm.
If they buy between 10 and 19,
They get
they will get 25.
okay.
So we
Oh, I
have
see.
we have to check here about the credits that they get. So
Mm,
each credit costs, yeah, 25 credits for $1. Okay.
okay.
And then a payment from a student is stored in variable called money input, and this
Mm.
is passed as a parameter.
So that's the first step is to create money input.
Yes, we need to create money input. So should we initialize it in the constructor during the constructor and we
No,
put it
you can do it in the add
and
credits
add
method.
credits also? Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay. So diff add
Mm-hmm. Self
self.
and then
Um,
what was that one called again?
so it is money input, but then it means that he is passing money, and based on that money, he converts that to credit. So
Okay.
it means that yeah. So the input is actually money. So what should we put here?
Mm. So first we need to do self dot something equals that money input one, right?
Something equals that money input. Yes. But then we have to calculate the credit, right?
So
So
first we need to do if statements for the if it's this, then you do 50 credits, or I think it said that if it's $1, it's 25 credits.
so yes, actually we can write here, yes, $1 here equal 25 credits. Sorry, 25 credits. And
And
he also said that for payment of 20 and above,
uh-huh,
he get extra
extra credit.
25 credits.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
he
then there's
also
one more.
said that if it is between 10 to 19 inclusive, then
Mm-hmm.
he get sorry, no, this not 25, this is 50 credits, and he get extra
25.
25 credits.
Okay.
And he also asked us to create money input variable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I would say value here. Let's say
I
maybe
was thinking
hmm,
you could set something to input so you can get the did you want to do that first so you could this is my thinking so far is set something for ask it for user input. If it's we'll do if it's 1 you get 25 and then you just create the if statements from there, correct?
yes, but my first concern that he didn't really make it clear to us.
Okay.
Uh, I mean, should we convert if he give us money first? Should we
Okay.
convert that first? Because now we have three requirements, as we can see. No,
Mm-hmm.
four actually.
Sure.
Four, right? So
Yes.
first, if he give us money, we need to
Yes.
convert that to credits first, right?
Correct.
Can we do that as a start?
Yes, let's start with that.
Yes. Okay. So should how we can
So
how
if
we
he
can
gives us
convert the dollars to credits?
okay, if it's $1, then okay. This is what I was
25.
thinking is um we ask for an integer input, and if that integer input equals 1, then it returns 25 credits. And then if it's greater than or equal to 20, the input, then you return 50 credits or something like that, right?
So uh, let's have a look. So if have you have one, you you have if you give $1, you get 25 credit.
Mm-hmm.
If you give $10, how many credit you have? We
You
don't
would
know,
have to
right?
10 times
So
25.
10 times 25 divided by this one, but it's not necessary here. But again, we know that we need to multiply 10 times 25, right?
Okay, so what we
So
could do also is if we ask for input and then we create another variable called credits, we could do credits equals input times 25.
exactly, yes,
Okay.
yes. 25 times our value.
Yeah, a value, yes.
Okay, let me see here. Yeah, okay. So now we have the amount of credits. So this is already done. So
Mm-hmm.
now we need to check using if statements like you mentioned
Yes,
earlier.
correct.
So we need to check if it is between 10 to 19,
Mm-hmm.
then then we should give the extra credit, additional credit to what the guy already got. But
Correct.
now the question that should we always start with the if statement to the bigger value or to the lower value?
Lower is better.
Okay.
So if it's inclusive, that means if it's between 10 and 19 only, including 10 and 19, right?
Okay. Let's start with your way, and then we try to analyze if we are doing correct. So you want me to start with the lower one, right? So how to start with the lower one? Should we start because okay,
Well,
we
it's
know
not
how many ranges we have first. We have bigger than 20,
bigger than
and
20
and we
and
have
between
between
10 and
10
19.
and 19, and we have less than he didn't tell us, but again, if it's less than 10, he will not get any extra credit, right?
Correct.
So it means that we need to
Oh,
cut
then
off that, right?
in this
Mhm.
case, it would be better to start with the biggest or start with above 20.
Okay, yes, we can try that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
so we would say that if credits is bigger than or equal, yeah, I think bigger than or equal 20.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets extra, right? So credits become,
Plus equals, right?
yes, it makes sense. Huh?
Yes.
What to write?
50, yeah.
Okay, 50. And then elif, right?
Mm-hmm.
What to write?
It's did you want to do, should we do one for less than 10 first? I think so,
Um,
right? Or no? Does it matter?
so if we, let me see. If we, okay, we can try. Let's try.
Yeah, let's try. So
Okay.
if credits less than 10, we'll just do credits plus equals 0, so nothing happens.
Um, we can, well, if nothing happens, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Or just return none, same.
Uh, I don't know. Is let's say, let us put it like that first, and then we have a look at it once we
Okay.
finish. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then elif.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What about that?
So if credits is greater than or equal to 10,
Like that.
uh-huh,
Okay.
and less than or equal to 19.
Like that.
Correct. So then we want to do credits plus equals 25. Okay.
Okay. And
Now,
what should we do now?
next step would be to do the money input variable. Value.
But the question now that
Uh-huh.
now we have converted that to credits. So
Now we have to create a dollar value or some sort of variable, value variable.
so the question now is that I am thinking about. He didn't really mention to us. So he wanted us to use constants, and that I think can be easy. This is passed as a parameter. So see, payment from a student is stored in a variable money input. This is
Mm-hmm.
passed as a
That's a
parameter.
parameter.
So passed as a parameter, does this mean that we need to store it? So the question that my question now that I have in my mind, this
Okay.
guy want to store the money input, or he want to store the credits? So inside our class, we have inner variables, right?
Yes.
We are taking money from the student. We want to store the money that the student input, or the credits that is converted from the student money. Did I want to
Mm.
say again?
Yeah. Could you say that again?
Okay. So in short, you want to store the USD value or
Okay.
the credits value, because you have two things, right?
Yes.
Through our calculation, we managed to convert from money to credits,
Mm-hmm.
and they are not equal. They are separate. They need a calculation to perform, right? The if
Right.
statements perform the calculation because there is additional credits, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's a question to me now. Does it make sense to store the USD amount that the
No,
student
not
paid?
not really.
Credits, right? Only
Yeah,
credits,
correct.
right?
Because we did all that work for the credits. That's what the whole purpose is.
Perfect. Perfect. That's logic thinking. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So simply he asks us to change. So he asks us to put here this as a money input instead of value, and then we
Correct.
should change it here like that, like his requirement,
Mm-hmm.
and then we should store credit here as credits.
Yes.
It makes sense, right?
Yes.
Okay. And he didn't ask us to do anything else or return anything else. So, but let's, for our own sake,
Yeah. Let's just see if it's working.
yes, credits here. Let's have a look.
Okay.
So we need to add credits first. So I would say P1 dot
Mhm.
what?
Could you go back up for a second? Okay. And then what were you saying? We needed to store our credits?
We needed to store our credits in a variable, right?
Mm-hmm. We could do C1 equals credits.
C1. What is C1?
So what are we trying to print right now?
So again, uh, now we created add credits, right?
Correct.
And we need to test. We have tested what we have done, like get name before, right?
Yeah.
So what we need to do now is that we need to pass some amount of money here,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to make sure that our calculation goes through it correctly. So to
Gotcha.
know that if we have a problem here, right?
Okay.
So to do
So
that,
we could, uh-huh.
how? We need to call add credit, right?
Yeah. And then pass something inside of there.
Okay, how much to pass?
Um, I don't know. We could just do like $11 just to see if it's working.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but it, to me, I mean, $11, you will not be able to know exactly if it is working or not.
Okay. Yes.
I would say first start with $1. You know already
That's
one
supposed
dollar
to
it
be
should come.
25.
Yes. So
Mm,
see,
okay. There's
um,
an error.
yes. So it means that something wrong in our if statement, because
Calculation.
one is equal 20 to 25, right?
Yes, correct.
So if it is not, this means that we have a problem here.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm.
Why is it like that? Why it doesn't work perfectly?
Could you go back to the screen where it shows the details of this?
Okay.
Let's see. Mm. And then could you go to the other slides too? I think it was 80, slide 80.
Okay. Yeah.
There, $1,000 required. Let's see. So, okay. And then could you go over 81, 82, and 83 again?
So
Let me see. Okay, well,
yes.
this we already got. Yeah, we already know how to do this. Returns, yes. Returns, okay.
So when we are reading here, actually, it seems that so see here,
Oh, I see.
we missed something because we didn't go through it in detail. So you
I
see
see.
that
Yeah.
a constructor
In
need
our
to be,
constructor method, it needs to be passed over there.
yes, and also credits need to be initialized to 50. So it means that we need to do in the constructor. We
Yes.
need to put credits inside the constructor.
Okay.
So we should
We should fix
go
that.
there and yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Let's see our code. Um, so now we should pass here ID, and then we should say self
Uh,
dot print ID equal ID,
mhm.
and we should say self dot credits. Let me see. He say credits or credits. Yeah.
Mhm.
So he
Equals.
initialized it to 50, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it means that we need to slightly uh, we can do anything here like that, just the testing. So add credits here, it means that our credits start with certain values. Um, so I would say, should we do like that? Because credits at the start,
It's already 50.
it's already 50. So
Yes.
when you add something to it, then it should add on top of that, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I would say in our case, I would say I always put, let me see. Uh, I guess I started to figure out what could be our mistake. So let me understand first.
Mhm.
Let me think. So first we get a money input, right? And we
Correct.
convert it to credits, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then this if is actually trying to do what?
Well, it's trying to see like if it's trying to see like is this amount of credits you add this, or if it's this amount of credits you add this.
But I mean, wait. We put in our if statement. Let's have a look again. Let's have, let's put our requirements in front of our eyes. So
Yes.
the requirement here, he's talking about if a student buys 20,
Or more.
he get extra 50, right?
Correct.
But our if statement is talking about what? It's talking. Okay, we have to stop and we have to open again.
Okay.